Alright everybody, welcome now to the second C++ tutorial on variables. Okay, so a variable is something that is used to hold data in a program. Okay, there are many kinds of variables. For instance, they can include types to hold an integer, decimal, an individual character such as x, y, z, q, a string which could be somebody's name or just a bunch of characters grouped together, and variations thereof. Okay, so we have our variable types. Okay, we have a character which holds a single character as said, such as x or z or 4, etc. Okay. And in terms of memory for the character, its size is 1 byte. That'll come in handy when we get to pointers. Then we have a short, holds a small integer value, okay, in the given range, and that size in memory is 2 bytes. And now we have an int, which is probably the most common data type you'll see. And it's a regular integer in memory in the given range, which is approximately 2 billion plus or minus, from what I could see. Its size is 4 bytes. Then we have a long, which acts the same as an int if the keyword is by itself. Still in the given range, and you'll see long in a few moments. And again, its size is 4 bytes. Then we have a boolean, or bool, which is a true or false value. It can hold 0 for false and 1 for true. And again, its size in memory is 1 byte. And then now we start hitting the decimals. We have a float, which is a single precision floating point number. Don't worry too much about that. Just know it's a small decimal, and it holds 4 bytes in memory. Then we have a double, and the double precision number, again for floating point, hence its name. It doubles its size, so it holds more decimal places. And its size in memory, again, hence its name, is 8 bytes. And lastly, we have a string, which is sort of a special data type that requires the use of another library, the string library, for its operations. It can hold anything together, such as hello, or zavazigan, or 1, 2, 3, okay. After all, the string is a collection of anything and everything, so long as it appears between a set of double quotes. Alright, so now that we know the types of variables, how do we declare them? Well, simple. We can have the data type followed by its name, semicolon, or the type followed by its name, which is assigned an initial value. Back up here, excuse me. That was an error on my part, sorry. And again in the above, where type is the data type of the variable, and var name is certainly a useful name for it. So say, for example, you had a program that wanted to take the name and age of a user, which actually you'll see in a few moments. The variable name should definitely be name and age. Okay? You can name a variable anything you wish, but it really is useful if you just have certainly a more useful name for them. Okay, so now here are just some variable declarations, as you can see. I have a short s, integer age is initially 23, right, a double dbl, float f is 7.3, and character ch is capital Q. Now, the scope of a variable means how visible something is in a program. For variables, there is either local or global scope. Okay? Now, a local variable, they're located inside a function such as main and are only used within that particular function. They vanish and cannot be used anywhere else, that particular variable. But a global variable is declared outside the main function, okay, and can be accessed from anywhere in a program. There really are no restrictions. So now a constant variable can either be local or global in terms of its scope, and it remains constant, so they do not change their value, hence its name. A common practice is to make it all capital letters in terms of the variable name. It's also denoted by the const keyword. So the very short program we have here, we have a constant double pi, okay, is the mathematical number pi, 3.1415, and simply we would just output pi. This is just to show you what syntax looks like for a constant. And constants can be anything, string, int, float, whatever. Okay, so now we're going to see the name and age example. Okay, so our program here starts same thing, IO stream and namespace, but now we have string included. Okay, we do that because we're using a string variable. Okay, and in terms of input and output, you do need the string library. Okay, so now we declare our variables. We have a string name, as denoted here. We have the age variable that we need. And then simply we ask the user, well, could you please enter your first name, followed by, can you please enter your age? And then just a little ending message, a little thank you, that says thank you name, right, whatever the name is that the user enters will appear, and then you are age years old. Okay, again, whatever they entered for age. Okay, so now we run our program. Like to build it, yes. Okay, so first name, let's just use John. Please enter your age, let's say 44. And there's our message. Thank you, John. You are 44 years old. Now, if you really wanted to be silly, we can run the program again. Enter your first name, Raken. Right? Enter your age, -99. And apparently that appears. Okay? We will learn if statements and conditions such as preventing this in tutorial 4 or 5, somewhere down the line. Keep an eye out for that one. Alright, so this will conclude our tutorial on what a variable is. Tutorial 3 definitely will expand on this concept. Tutorial 3 should be in 2 parts. There'll be a lot of classic examples shown with more variables and operators. Okay, so thanks for this tutorial, and again, visit our website cstutoringcenter.com/books to read about our review book for this language, Reviewing C++.